Hey guys, so this is the first time I've actually done a video in which I've shown you my face, which it's not like some kind of secret, but it's not really appropriate for me to bring out just because everything I do is just, it's recorded word. But if you've been following either my Snapchat, I don't think I've posted any selfies on Tumblr, but definitely my Snapchat, you would know my face, I guess. Some of you even realize that I've dyed my hair a few times in the last couple of weeks. Anyway, so this is Anders, and he's been in 2 videos so far. I think it was modeling and the coffee shop? Mm-hmm. Coffee shop during Adrienne month. And right now he's working on being the voice for Adrien in the series Strawberry Frappuccinos in a Black Leather Jacket, which is probably my baby. In Strawberry Frappuccinos, Adrien is 24 and Anders is 21, right? Mm-hmm. You're 21? So he's a little younger, but he's definitely kind of got a deeper voice. He's not the only Adrien that I've had voice act for me, although you guys haven't seen those videos yet, but he is definitely one of the Adrien Agrestes. But the fun thing is that Anders has never watched an episode of Miraculous Ladybug, have you?
I actually have not.
Okay, that's perfect. Do you think you would be able to recognize the characters at face value?
At face value, probably a little bit, because I've seen...
You've seen images, you've seen some things?
Stuff. I have done some research, but I haven't seen a full...
So there's a culture on Tumblr where you take someone who has never seen your favorite show, but they've heard a ton about it, and you show them details from the show, and they have to guess who is who. Okay? So the title of this video is called In Which Mira Tries to Embarrass Anders.
Oh, this would be lovely.
But not really. It's still funny though. Okay? So, who is this character?
I'm gonna guess it's Adrien.
Yep, this is Adrien Agreste, model boy Adrien Agreste. I don't need to go off on him. You know he's like my son. He's my love child. Okay, he is Mr. Perfect Sunshine that needs to be protected at all costs, although I really love giving him flaws. And you've really seen that in Strawberry Frappuccinos. Who is this?
I'm guessing that is Chloe.
That is Chloe. Okay? And this pretty much sums up who she is. So like in this image, she was going to call her dad so that a different student that she didn't like could get detention.
Ouch.
Okay? Because her dad is the mayor of Paris.
Oh, that's right.
Okay?
And she's kind of a jerk.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an understatement. But yes, 14-year-old Chloe is a little bit of a jerk, and I don't know if she likes Adrien, but she really wants to date Adrien.
Okay.
Okay.
Marinette?
Nope.
I'm not sure.
This is Alia.
Okay.
Okay, and what do you know about Alia?
Oh, she's pretty sassy. And...
she's got a bit of a tongue. I wouldn't call her, like, super sassy, but yeah.
Yeah, to Adrien she is.
In Strawberry Frappuccino, she definitely gives Adrien a run for his money, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Okay. So she's a blogger, and in Miraculous Ladybug, she's basically the person that follows Ladybug around and, like, trying to get an interview or, like, what's your thoughts on this? And I could say a couple of other things, but it'll get into spoilers that even though it's been released to the community, it's in season 2, and I don't want to spoil that for anyone who's spoiler-free, so I'll tell you about that later. Spoilers. Okay? But she's Marinette's best friend, and you've seen that.
Okay, I legitimately was not expecting that. Cat Noir?
It's who makes Cat Noir Cat Noir.
Oh, is it the Miraculous?
It's a Kwame that comes with the Miraculous.
Oh, okay.
So the Miraculous that Adrien has is a ring. Okay?
Okay.
And what Marinette has are earrings. Okay? And so in Strawberry Frappuccinos, this is Plagg, but in Frappuccinos he's in human form because he's like the agent for Adrien.
Okay, yeah. Because
he turns Adrien into Cat Noir, which is the play in Strawberry Frappuccinos. Okay. But this is Plagg. He's a little He
seems really mischievous.
Yes, he is my favorite. Okay, he's my favorite.
And why is he holding cheese?
He loves camembert. So, in the origin episode of Miraculous Ladybug, he's like, hey dude, I need to eat. to Adrien, and Adrien was like, okay, so he goes downstairs and he has like their family chef
Because,
make him a ton of food, and it's all like really nice, like everything from sweets to meals to just it's a display, and he's like, no, none of this is no, and then he gets Camembert, and Camembert is the smelliest cheese you will ever eat, and so of course Adrien has
like
to
Lindenberg cheese.
Worse.
Worse than Lindenberg?
Yeah.
No way.
And it's like a little squishy on the outside too, because you know with cheese, when you have a block of cheese, like it gets nasty on the outside, and then you cut out the good cheese, which is why you can age cheese for like 10 years. It's a little gooey on the outside. Okay. And I've legitimately thought about changing this to my icon just because I love it. But I'm worried that people would be like, who is this? And then like, not that I'm like, I need subscribers, but like, I don't want people to unsubscribe and then be like, where did Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction go? Based off of an avatar. Because that would happen. You see that happening. Anyway, he is so sassy, and I love that Adrien has him, because Adrien is this like good boy trademark, like handsome model, and this guy is like, hey, let's just skip class and go see a movie. Okay, like that literally happens in one episode. I think it's Puppeteer that happens in.
It's like Kronk's shoulder double.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
He's great. But Adrien has to carry the smelly cheese with him around like all day, and he hates it. He's like, seriously, I reek of cheese. Okay.
That's Cat Noir. That's
yeah, this is my other son, even though he's the same person. Like when I think, like I love Adrien Agreste, but I love Cat Noir, and when I think about the fact that they're the same person, I just can't handle it. Okay. And so he's way more expressive than Adrien is. He's a lot more true to his feelings. Like he can be himself with a mask on. Also, he has a regular pair of human ears that you'll never see, but his ears twitch, like, according to his emotions, and it's great.
Oh, Nino.
Nino.
Ow.
N-I-N-O, 2 N's.
Sorry.
Okay, apparently he has this thing with bubbles. Like, nobody really knows, but when he gets akumatized, do you know what akumatized means?
It's when you get the miraculous, right?
It's when the guy who wants to get all of the miraculouses turns you into a soldier, essentially. I know a ton of people are going to disagree with me on how I explain that, but like, let's leave it at face value. Like, in the episode he gets akumatized, he literally becomes the bubbler. Also, he's a DJ. So, like...
That has phones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's weird when he doesn't have a hat on, because he has, like, a buzz cut. And, like, you'll see it sometimes, but it's kind of like Brock's eyes being open for Pokemon. It's a little weird. Like, he, you know? Anyway. You haven't met her in Strawberry Frappuccino.
I'm guessing Ladybug. Or the
No. Tikki, who makes Ladybug
Okay.
Ladybug. Okay? And we still haven't seen Marinette yet.
Okay.
Okay, and she is like the sweetest, and I love her because she's very sweet to Marinette, which is funny because you would think that Adrien needs the one who's the one who needs love just because of his family situation, but Marinette is a very strong character, and she's very level-headed except when it comes to Adrien. That's when she becomes shy. It's when I would even dare call her weak, and when I write her, I try not to write her as a weak character. But for example, in my What a Catch series, she is a weak character because she's 26 and broke and living with her parents. But also she gets so insecure when it comes to Adrien Agreste because he's this handsome model, he has a bunch of money, like his dad owns this large fashion company, etc., etc. And Tikki really pulls her back, and she's the voice of reason, and I love that.
Marinette.
This is totally Marinette. She's a little boop. She's half French, half Chinese. Okay, she has a Chinese mother and a French father, which is why she's got like the French blue eyes and like the silhouette, but more of an Eastern Asian based hair. And a lot of people say, oh, her hair is blue, which I mean, technically in animation her hair is blue, but it's easier to animate blue hair than black hair, just for a lot of different reasons.
The texture reasons.
And this picture right here is pretty much the relationship between Marinette and Cat Noir.
She's totally annoyed by him.
Yeah, pretty, like, they go back and forth banter. Like, this is obviously him showing off. Okay, and, like, when his back is turned, she's like, can you not? Well, okay. What is significant about this picture?
It's Ladybug with Adrien, not being Cat Noir.
Yes, and why is that a huge plot element?
Because Adrien doesn't know that she's Ladybug. and she knows Adrien, but she doesn't know that he's Cat Noir, but she likes Adrien.
She likes Adrien, and Adrien really, really likes Ladybug. Okay, as Cat Noir. And so this is the first time they, like, actually run into each other, like, as that pairing where it's like, oh my gosh, I really like him, and he's in front of me, and I have the confidence, but I can't say anything, and him being like, oh my gosh, it's Ladybug. How will she respond to me and not as me behind the mask? And it's this huge cinematic moment, kind of. Who dis? Who dat? You're not supposed to know.
I don't know.
Who do you think that is?
It looks like a villain.
Yes. So his name is Hawk.
Oh, is that the guy that, like, does the transforming them into his army?
He akumatizes people. So this brooch. This brooch turns, it's his Miraculous. So Ladybug has the earrings, Cat Noir has the ring. But the difference between Ladybug and Cat Noir is that they're friends with their kwamis and they work with their kwamis. And yes, they'll get in fights sometimes, but they work it out. Whereas he is genuinely controlling his kwami. Like, his kwami calls him master, this and this and that. And anyone who gets akumatized does get that little mask thing. And so what he'll do is he'll take these little butterflies. If someone has a bitter moment, he'll send a butterfly out to them, and it'll grow that seed.
So it'll start akumatizing them.
But it doesn't necessarily make them evil.
But it just makes
it says, I will help you get what you want if you help me get Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous. Because there's a legend that says if you have both Miraculouses, you get some kind of power or some kind of gift. I don't remember. Who dat? Who dare?
No idea.
This is Adrien's father.
That's Adrien's father.
This is Adrien's father, and that's a portrait of his mother. Yeah.
We don't ever talk about the mother very much.
So the mom isn't actually in the story yet. Like, we've seen a couple of photos of her, and in the French dub, I think Adrien tells Ladybug, like, oh, you have her eyes, as she says, oh my gosh, you have her eyes, to him. Okay, because a bunch of stuff happens. And a lot of the fandom doesn't like Gabriel, because Gabriel, he's a bit mean to his son. And I have my theories behind that, but it's really, it's a lack of communication. If you watch the show with older eyes, you can tell, like, so our video just cut out. So basically I was telling Adrien. You're not Adrien. I was telling Anders, Anders. Man, I'm gonna get you guys mixed up all the time. I was telling Anders that Gabriel loves Adrien, even though he doesn't know how to express it properly, but I understand why. We had more footage, but we lost it, and that's okay.
We thought we had more time, but apparently we didn't.
Yay, Team 12 minutes and 30 seconds! Yay! Anyway, so you will be hearing
Anders as Adrien.
You will be hearing Anders as Adrien quite a bit more as time goes on. I would love to say, oh, I will have a full cast dub of Strawberry Frappuccinos, which some of you have read, ready in April, but I can't say that because we are going on tour to Mexico for 2 weeks.
Woohoo!
We're gonna get all the comments about if we're dating, aren't we?
Basically.
Yeah, buddy. We do have a great dynamic. We look great on the camcorder, just saying, okay? And so I think the earliest I can get it up is May, which is upsetting because I told you guys January and then I told you guys February, and I'm just a lazy slob who's trying to take 21 credits in college, okay?
Yeah, which
sorry,
is
dudes.
crazy.
While working a full-time job.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That was a pity. High five for
like
me.
hashtag this is pain.
I am living a day of pain. Anyway, so I will catch you guys next time, and I really hope you look forward to hearing the full dub of Strawberry Frappuccinos. Oh my gosh, Strawberry Frappuccinos and a black leather jacket. That shouldn't have taken me as many times to try and say that as it did.
But it works.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Okay.